Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Justin, aka Father Gigantor. This is my first time doing a video on YouTube, and we're going to start it out by doing a review of the Object 279E that we've been working all year for, doing all the objectives and getting all the other tanks. So let's get this started, take a look at this tank, and give a little talk about it. So if you go to the page in the website there, you can look at the stats and the history of it. It's some kind of prototype that the Russians came up with, and interesting thing about this tank was the 4-track design that they were going to go for here. I'm not exactly sure why. Must have had something to do with the weight, but gives an interesting look to it. Overall, this tank has a very stout look to it. The downward sloped side armor is going to give you some friendly bounces along with the wedge-shaped frontal armor. This thing looks like it can go head-to-head with just about anything, but we'll see. Let's check out the armor package. Yeah, that nice frontal armor there looks really good, and the turret armor around the front here in the high 3s or mid 3s, stretching up. It's that wedge shape of the frontal armor that's really going to help the bounces, though. Just look at that, look at that, look at that. Then the sloped side armor, that's going to really help. Then of course the weak spots were the back of the turret, undercarriage, top turret, and the deck plates. Artillery hitch back there, you're going to be probably out for the count. Tracks count for some armor there, and those beams, track beams that are apparently fuel tanks as well. So let's look at some modules. Starting with the engine, it's 800 horsepower, 14 kilometers forward, 13 back, and a 12% chance of fire. Skipping over the gun for a second, the tracks have a 26 degree per second rotation. The turret has a 24 degrees, which is pretty good. Back to the gun, we're looking at 12-second reload time. Ow. That's going to be hard to deal with, but with crew skills we can improve that. Yeah, that turret radio, pretty common. The ammunition. Not as high damage and pen as I was hoping for, but we'll see how it goes. And then those ammo spots in the crew, typical layout. Alright, let's get this thing geared up. I'm gonna fast track through that, just fast forward, keeping it simple. I think I'm going to go with Brothers in Arms. Yep, that's what I went with, Brothers in Arms. And got plenty of silver. I changed it all over to silver. Redid my loadout a bit. I do shoot premium. Forgive me, but I have the silver, I can do it. Large repair kit, first aid kit. I think I'm going to go with the oil for the improved engine performance, but other than that, large repair kit, large first aid kit, and that's what I ended up going with. I couldn't make up my mind there for a while, but there I did. And pardon me for yawning, it's late. Yep, I couldn't make up my mind. automatic fire extinguisher, but that 12% chance, I'm not too worried about it. And I'll be able to lower that with crew skills eventually. So as far as the equipment, I decided to go with the improved ventilation. I was toying with optics there for a little while, but always do the improved ventilation, 5% on abilities. Then I went with the Spall, large Spall liner, help with the artillery that's undoubtedly going to drop down on us. And then I went with the tracks, I believe, after I decided on that. Yep, Spall liner and enhanced torsion. Yep, got those all in there. And excuse me again, how unprofessional. But I think the Spall liner is going to come in handy because that deck plate is pretty thin, and this is going to be an arty target. And after I got that all set up, it was all about just doing my camos, and I just I went ahead and just did them for the month. I hope to win some more gold in this next operation they got going on to do permanent camos. If you can afford permanent camos, I recommend. It typically adds 3 to your concealment value, and if you can be not seen by the enemy for a half a second longer or something, that gives you that time you need to aim in on them and possibly get them before they get you. It's all about trading shots. The more shots you can get out and without being hit, the better off you'll be. And like I said, I just silvered it up, so I'm doing these all for 30 days. I'm going to try and get some crew skills done on this tank this month. I have a lot of tanks, more than I can concentrate on. I just enjoy playing the game, so I don't get to play them all like I probably should to get the barrel marks and whatnot. I do have a couple barrel marks on, but I don't have a tank yet that I have 3 barrel marks on. I just keep starting new lines and whatnot, and maybe I don't play enough. Ask my wife. Alright, let's get this thing into a game. Looks like we're going to start out on Sand River. Okay, I think this is probably the time to tell you that I'm only about a 50% player. Don't expect anything magnificent from me. I have a 53% win ratio, and that's good enough for me. So Sand River, took a look at the chart. It's pretty much a tier 10 game. No tier 9s, or there was a couple tier 9s in it, but so I think I'm gonna go into the ditch or the river bed. I probably should have gone up the hill, but I didn't. The get up and go on this tank is pretty good. Again, I have the torsion suspension going. Helps, I think, with the mobility. But down into the riverbed I go. I see a red ahead of me. Lock onto him. It's It's another object, 279. Put that one in the dirt. He takes a hit from my teammate. Starts moving again. I get onto him, get some damage. My first damage in this tank. First damage given. So, let's see, we got a medium to my right. So I'm going to climb up over here. This is probably a bad decision. Exposing my back. Doesn't really get to me, but I am now out in open ground. And you don't want to be spotted with artillery in open ground on this tank. The T-110's down there. They have pretty good cover. I think I'm going to get a shot here. Here comes the artillery. Should be moving. Should be getting off this position. The other 110 out there, our T-10, 110, T-110, misidentified tank again here. I've got two of them down in the ditch. So I'm going to get down here into some cover again. See what I can do around this corner. Should have let them come around the corner. That tracking shot didn't do anything for me because there's no support. Take advantage of it. Then his partner comes around the corner. I try and get him in the cupola there. That didn't work out. And bam, I'm dead. T-10s and their big T-110s and their big guns. That's just a lot of frontal armor too. I was hoping for a little more support there, but you can't get support down in that riverbed unless we controlled the hill at JH, and we didn't. They were fighting their own battle. They couldn't give me the support I needed. So I hopped over to check out M3RC's game going on here and see how he's doing. He's trying to pump shots into the guys on the hill, but he's getting flanked as we speak. The FE 4005. It's got a pretty killer gun, but man, you can see that thing from all over the place. So he's up against the T-110s now. And they're making short work of him. So I'm going to jump into another tank here. Yes. Real big ridge here in his RU-251. We're going to follow him, but he didn't last long. So we'll get into the Farm Dog 95. Nice jump. He's cruising around in his AMX 13105. Decides to go head to head with the F10. I didn't catch that, but beats feet out of there. He knocked him down pretty good. Oh, almost rolls it. On the reload, I think. So that heavy took out the heavy that he was went head to head with. Now he's going out into the open field. Get out of the ditch. Get some maneuvering room. See what he could spot. Not seeing anything there. That medium across the town. Was that an AMX 30? Just gonna cut across over here. Get up here into this little spotting position. Get some spots in. Not sure what he's shooting at there. I guess he had a gap in that town. Could have to cross the river. There was nothing between him and those guys. See what's going on back at the cap. Need some eyes on the cap. Well, it's not a cap situation, it's team destruction, that's right. So Mongray, butchered your name there, is FV215B. Forward mounted engine. British, I believe. Doesn't realize he's got somebody coming up behind him, I don't think. Gets a tracking shot in him. But he got tracked at the same time, so he couldn't ram him or anything. Their artillery's in. Got another good hit on him. Just not enough. Now he's been. Now the sharks are circling. He gets taken out. I'm still dead in the ditch. Farm dog just got tracked by the two medium tanks and taken out. Leaves the other object. 279 on our team. He's mixing it up with one of the T110s that I was mixing it up with. These T110s had a pretty good game, it seems like. They're platooned up, working together, or somewhat. Now it's up to our artillery. It is French. It's Jobelot 71. I'm sure I butchered your name there. It is BC 155. He's trying to set up a shotgun shot out of this ditch. Jumping down there. Word artillery. This is a pretty fast artillery. It's one of the faster ones. I'm not sure what the reload on it is, but it's certainly not quick enough to go dueling with mediums or heavies. Looks like he's got himself a victim. Oh, I think he missed, and he got shot and rammed, which brings an end to this game. My first time out in the Object 279E. Cost me 20,000 credits, bottom of the chart. I did do 400 damage and a critical hit. So let's see what we can do in our next battle, because that one needed some work. But got to get used to a tank before you can really play it well. Unless you're just one of those savants that can do World of Tanks in any tank. I gotta figure them out first. Looks like our next battle is going to be in Cannes, 1944. Cannes isn't one of my favorite maps. Especially in a tank that I've only played in once. I like to play this in a medium and kind of move through the beach up the right side there from this direction and down the left side from the opposite direction. But I believe in this heavy tank I want to be kind of in the center of the map around the 1, 2, 3 line, somewhere around the F line. And so I'm moving off to the left now to try and go up the 2 line. I see this light tank got highlighted. Somebody asked for fire support. I'm going to try and support them. Just giving our turtle a business. Line up a shot. We get a fair amount of damage on him. 503, but pretty sure the artillery took him out. That's fine. He's dead. Moving on. And I was spotted by that guy apparently because the artillery just barely missed me. Don't want to stand still, especially when artillery's in the game. I believe, yep, that's an E100. Get this thing into a position to take a shot here. Try and hit that flat front plate. Nope. My shot bounced. Somebody took him out though. Things are looking pretty good for our team at this point. Well, they just came back and squared it up. We're 2-2. Things on the beach aren't going very well, so me and our E100, I believe it's our E100 to my left, we're pushing up here, trying to open things up. And I get a sight on that IS-4, somebody's spotting him. He's out ahead of me. Trying to get up here to help support the E100. IS-7. Let this thing aim down. Ooh, yes. I got some spotting damage on him, and I got some damage. Hit him in that lower glacis, it's hard to hit. And I'm going after that Jagdpanzer, but then I get distracted by the VK 7201. That's my other heavy tank, our tier 10 tank. Cashed in the free XP for that. Somebody, now this is the failing of this tank, especially with the the skill level crew I have right now. I'm getting spotted from far off, and I can't see him. I'm getting spotted by that light tank up there that's now himself spotted. But I'm getting torn up from all directions. They're not, till that last hit, they wouldn't really hurt me. They were just tracking me. So a repair kit might be in order on this thing. A large repair kit, the equipment repair kit, and then the large consumable repair kit would probably be good use. I might change that up. For some reason, I think going over the top here and running over this tree and letting everybody know which way I'm going is a good idea, and that proves to be a bad idea. I durf that shot into the bush, into the rock, and I'm head to head with this BK 7201. Try and close the distance with him, get around. I'm getting shot up from behind, shot again from behind, shot again from behind, and that ends my game. Now it's down to the M60 here, or the M48 rather, Monkey 360 here. He's going head to head with this guy, and pays the price. And before I can switch over to the heavy tank, he's out of the game too. So I had a slight improvement, I believe. I don't think I was on the bottom. I did 1400 damage, blocked 1200, and yeah, I wasn't on the bottom. I like not being on the bottom. Got some damage in there. Got some assist. Improved. That's all I can ask for at this point. I don't even have a fully trained, skilled crew in there yet. So once that comes, it will. Kasserine Pass Assault is the next game. And I like Kasserine. It's a pretty good map. I like it better in a light tank, but it's not what we're doing today. We're not doing light tanks. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this thing to take advantage of its frontal armor the most I can and still be protected from artillery. Move off to the right. Pretty sure I want to be in line with the trench system or canyon system that runs diagonally from about 6E to H4, because I'm pretty sure they're going to come down there, and I'm just trying to figure out. See that light tank driver right there? Yeah, he's having fun. Jumping jumps and stuff. That's always a kick. But I want to find a position where I can look down that valley, hopefully, and only expose my frontal armor. And I think I found it just up ahead. So I'm going to try and get up there. Yep, there's a little draw here. I'm going to peek down in. Yeah, you can get down in there, but I don't want to go all the way down. I actually spotted somebody. I believe the 4 tracks on this really give it some grip on this terrain a little better. Some of the other heavy tanks might have had a problem backing up that as quickly as I did. But the momentum takes me right down, and I'm looking at this object 705 and getting artillery dropped on me. Now my elevation on my gun isn't enough, so I have to back it up. I took a hit to my ammo, so I had to burn my repair kit. If I don't have to, I'll usually not burn that repair kit. I'll just use the passive feature of the repair kit. Going for the top cupola on that. Got some damage on that 705. Got some support showing up. He's got more than one. If only I had a shell loaded, I'd have been able to plow that into the lower glacis. Probably doing a lot of damage. This one's going to bounce, I think. Yep. So he's getting shot up from behind now. I'm trying to get a load in there to get that last shot, and I did. I put it in the turret. Got the damage I needed to shut him down. That was my first kill in this tank. And that was kind of satisfying. But a lot of that work was done to the support of the team, but you know how it is. Sometimes you get the killing shot, sometimes they do. Now I'm trying to support those guys down in the valley. Got a nice shot on him. Unfortunately, his gun ate up most of that shot. Trying to pico this hill again to get another shot, but I'm not even loaded yet. Being unloaded over the edge doesn't do anybody any good. They see me. Put it into the gun mantlet. If I'd have gotten onto that flat plate, I'd maybe have been able to pin him at this angle, but that was all gun mantlet. So he's coming for me hard now. I've got some kind of light tank creeping behind me. Artillery's working him. Looks like that E-100's coming up the hill after me. I'm going to try and track him. Gun mantlet, nope, went too far. Try and get behind him. Artillery took a good shot on him. And if this game hadn't gone to a win, he would have come around and shot me in that back plate in my engine deck there and ended my roll. But as it was, teammates capped out. We got a victory. It only cost me 1,980, and I was in the top 5. Holy cow, top 5. My third time out in the tank. So I was happy with that. I was happy I didn't die. And I was happy I got a kill. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun in this tank. I got to just think about keeping that frontal armor to the enemy, and I think I'll get a lot of good bounces. The repair kit to help with the speed of the repairs on the tracks, probably a good idea. So that's the so that was the Object 278. I hope you enjoyed that video, were amused in some way. If so, please like and subscribe. I hope to get these videos out every week, and good luck, good tanking, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. And thanks for watching.